this our fifth of the live stream games, the 12-15 round 7, Niue 45 men's versus the Cook Island 45 men's. And back in commentary with me is Joseph. Good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, kia ora mai. Been a rough morning out on the fields, slogging away, but pleasure to be back sitting down with you and looking forward to our 45 men's match up here in front of us.
Rough day. When you're that fit, you should be out there in every game. As we see here, the Cook Island 45 men's team, a team of who's who. I tell you, if you're an unknown in this team, then you're one of the odd ones out. Players like Robbie and Brian, you've got Jason Dick in there, Johnny Wilson, so many of the World Cup players, so many players that have been around for a long time. I tell you what, the only people who have probably been around just as long as the three referees, Joe, and we have a look at those three referees, Dion Griffiths, Huia Meredith and Tāmaki Makaurau. Talk about contribution to the sport of touch, those three. Huge contribution.
Yeah, three of the all-time greats in our refereeing sector. Been around for a long time and lots of experience. And amongst this trio, so great for them to be giving back to our kaupapa here at Pacific Cup this afternoon.
Talk about experience. Seen him there himself, Luke Ulapati, there for the Niue team. Nearly got his team first touchdown on the board, but Cook Island 45 men's worked their way off their line. I think this is what we'll see a lot of. I'm not sure the speed will be as fast as the earlier games that we've seen. Jason Dick there in the middle, looking to work things with Rongo. Fortunately, didn't go to plan there. Yeah, looking forward to these type of games. Do you see all the tricks come out? They're running around way faster than most 45 men should be running around. However, the leg speed's not what it used to be, but the mind is absolutely still as sharp as it ever has been. So seeing the plays that they do to manipulate the defence and get across the line, it's always exciting watching these types of games.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about our Masters grades here at any tournament, to be fair. The touch IQ is still there, but some of the crafty plays that they come up with, they might lack the speed as they get towards the stage as Niue crossover first, but the touch IQ is definitely still there, and we see a great long ball from Niue there to open the scoreboard. Yeah,
a bit of a surprise for me. As I said, just looking through the name of that Cook Island team, I was expecting them to be pretty dominant. I'm sure they still will be as this game goes on. Niue, though, first to put a touchdown on the board, 1-0. That'll settle them. So now we see a few of the other big guns for this Cook Island team make their way out onto the paddock. Merv Reed here in conjunction with Terry Joe. Terry Joe, very experienced campaigner.
Yeah, another one of the stalwarts of Cook Island's touch as well as Terry Joe. Gives a lot to the Cook Island's touch, both here and over in Australia as well. And like we touched on earlier when we saw the Cook Island women's side play, it's great to have so much of our Cook Islands family join us from Australia and Terry Joe being one of them. So great to see them contributing to Cook Island's touch and growing it to where it is today.
See Brian Adams shoot up there to make that touch, put the pressure on. And now we see Cook Islands with a great opportunity down this right-hand side, just looking to flank them. A name we said earlier, Brian Adams. He, I swear he hasn't aged a day since the first time I seen him. I think that was back in 2001. Great knickers, Brian. Joe, though, with the ball, to go short side. Nice touch there. Referee in position. Tama parking it.
Looks like he's taking a bit of a knock there as Brian on his way down as well.
Either that or a chance for have a rest 4 minutes into the game. Playing those tactical. No, actually, yeah, looks like you're right. Bit of a head knock, knee to the head as he went to dive under. Tama, he's a man from your area?
Yeah, he's used to be one of our local legends this time. Made his way down to the Taranaki now, but still likes to class himself as a counties referee. But I think, yeah, like we've touched on across the day, he's done a lot for our counties region, and it's great to see him giving back to the Taranaki community now where he's from.
Joe again setting things up with Reed. Reed looks to go back to that right-hand side. That That wasn't Reed, sorry. I didn't see that brown tape on the back of that jersey.
One of the great things of our Pacifica community, just a bit of ingenuity, and the old brown strapping tape number, not quite in the rule book, but just one of those tournaments where you can get away with it a bit here.
Breaching the fence there, we see the number 4. I'm not sure if this is Paris or Maraki, sorry. Straight through this earlier game, first game, I seen the old put the ball above your head and sneak through the gap, and that was pretty similar. Even he thinks it's pretty funny. Great touchdown there. Niue up 2-0 early on in the first half of this, our 45 men's live stream game.
Yeah, a bit of a wonky start here for the Cook Islands side. Probably not the start that I guess any of them would have wanted, but good for Niue to extend their lead 2-0 up in the moment. And as we near the halfway mark of this first half, if they can get a good stop here, the Niue side, then they can hopefully look to work their way back up the field and add some more.
Just wonder how those passes can get there sometimes. Looked like there was no space. Just seen a beautiful pass there by Johnny Wilson, the number 8 for the Cook Islands. Now Jason Dick here with the ball. Richard Masters looking to go left, stay short with Wilson. Good defence there. Back there looked like a touch and pass, I think referee Griffiths is called.
They probably just need to refine their spacing again, this Cook Island side. You could see on that last play, the winger just trying to come into the wrong hole, and the link didn't really quite adjust to that as well. So I think if they can readjust that, the option looks to be there. If they can just readjust where they need to be and get the right option this time around, then they look like they're in a good position to add to the scoreboard, this Cook Island side.
Yeah, they look a bit disjointed, this Cook Island team, and again it surprises me. Obviously the World Cup campaign that a lot of these men were to be on, just talent across the board. This Niue team have given them 2 opportunities with 2 errors in their half, but at this stage they've just been very solid with the defence. This Niue 45 men's team. Yeah, good call there from referee Parkinga. The Niue toucher couldn't quite get back to the line. Number 10 there from the Cook Islands, Richard Masters, made them pay, and that's Cook Islands' first touchdown. Now we have it 2-1.
Yeah, just a cheeky bit of footwork there at the line for our Cook Island side to open their scoring. And I think, like you touched on, Maya, just looked a little bit disjointed, and just a simple play gets them across the line and narrows the gap slightly. But Niue with a good chance here to extend their lead back out.
Mitch, the 25 for Niue, we see him there with that colourful head on, running onto the ball now. Ooh, a few juggles, couldn't quite hold on to it. Adams now starts a set for the Cook Island men's team. Straight to the sub-box they go. Wilson now with the ball. That was a tad straight, that pass. Got led off. Wanting to set that one back towards the middle now. See here, the number 2, Robbie, for the Cook Islands. Adams with his speed now. Back out to this right-hand side, looking to link up. Bit of a late cut. Good defence there from Niue. They've been really impressive, this defence from Niue.
Yeah, it was really good for that Niue side. Just so they didn't need to over-chase as Brian Adams was just going across the field. Just let them switch defenders and just shuts off the options that Stinger had for the Cook Island side. So really good to hold out a good Cook Island side, and a great transition back up the field, and now they're already at the 7.
Mitch, the 25, he's in the thick of it. Who's that we see on the floor? Referee Parkinga now. What's he going to call here, Joe?
Bit of an interesting one here from our referee Parkinga. It looked like there was a bit of extra loving in the touch, but it looks as though he's gone for a forward pass. So Cook Island's working their way back up the field now, quick to transition off, and halfway through the set they're already across their 10-metre line. So good for them to get back into the orange zone now, and no doubt they'll try and set a good platform to get to a finish here.
Yeah, probably got away with one in the ruck there, that Niue defender, as we see Dick trying to link up. 6 again though. It's good work there from Jason Dick, getting an extra set there for his team. Niue though, they're pretty solid. Defensive unit, you swear they're outnumbered, but somehow they find the hustle to fix the problem. As we see them again now, Cook Islands going out to this right-hand side. Wilson. Side-to-side play here from the Cook Islands team. Just centre things up. Back to this right-hand side they go. Looks squashed. Might have 6 touches again. Again, Niue look like they're happy to give this away as long as they get back and reset, connected. They're fine to give the Cook Island team as many touches as they want.
Yeah, and I think the Cook Islands side have really started to find their mojo in attack now. Whilst they're playing very laterally, they're shifting that Niue defence across, but Niue with some great scramble defence in that last defensive set, and if they can back it up here again, then that'll be a big win for them leading into the last 3 minutes of this first half.
Dick drives this one. Joe on the back of that, looks to go under, and just with his speed and the timing, I guess more importantly the timing onto that ball, was hardly on the ground, straight up into Joe's hands, slides under like he should be playing in the open men's. Does the 12, Terry Joe for the Cook Island 40 men's, and that ties things up 2-2.
Yeah, once they got that repeat set, the Cook Island side, they just knew what they needed to do, kept it simple and go to their strike players and Terry Joe, and an easy try for them to lock up the scoreboard at 2 apiece. Yeah,
a lot of turnovers given by this Niue team. First in terms of 2 drop balls in the ruck, and then 6 against, 2-6 again. So I'm sure if they can cut that out, they'll get back to dominating like they had been in the first part of this first half. As we see a little loop play, long ball out to the left. Nice pass, well defended there by Luke Ugapati. Oh no, that wasn't Luke, sorry, that's the number. Luke doesn't even play for the Cook Islands, I'm not sure, I think I just want to say his name. That was the 3 there, David Wickman. Oh, little late cut. Great diving touch. He's pretty happy with himself there. I think that was Jeff, the 17 for the Cook Islands.
Yeah, a great last ditch effort there from our Cook Islands defence. They just had to hold their space on the last touch, and now they've got a good platform here for Brian Adams to hopefully add to the scoreboard for them.
Adams, Joe, Wilson on his left, holds the ball. That's sort of a half dive, half kneel there.
Looked like he was probably trying to get a pass away there was Terry Joe, but just couldn't quite find the right option. But there's no better place to turn the ball over than 7 metres out from the Niue try line. So Niue just working their way back through the orange now and up over halfway. We're getting towards the back end of their set now, and probably not the option they want to see on last touch there.
No, they got to their 6, but like you say, only just over halfway. Adams and Joe now straight up to the other end. Nearly 20 metres in that one. Adams here looking to use his speed and go short side. Fresh legs on now.
It feels like it's been a bit of a theme for all the Cook Island side playing this weekend. They're quick to get on the ball as soon as that turnover happens. It happens a lot with their women's side we saw this morning, and same in this 45 men's side as well. As soon as that transition comes, they're quick on the ball, and it catches this Niue defence off guard a bit, and they have to scramble across.
Oh, nearly intercepted there from the number 1 on Niue. Luke, yes, I wanted to make sure it was him first before I said it was someone else. So he's here in the background. This will be the last play of the ball for the first half of this 45 men's game. Robbie, the number 2 there for Cook Islands, taking it through. Nothing on there. Even, the scoreboard says, and I'd have to say the first quarter went to Niue and that second part went to Cook Islands. We'll see you back after this break for the second half of our men's 45 competition.
Yeah. Thank you. Skip me. Yeah, but where you? On there. Chris, you look good things up. Look at you.
Out there on the field.
Niue though, just a bit stagnant with that one. Again, getting through their set, but probably not finishing where they'd want to be, let alone not being able to attack off that end. They have been pretty accurate when they've had the opportunity down on that 7 metre attacking line, but just not getting there enough. Still hold the lead, however. Tisi Aotearoa.
Yeah.
Robbie, the number 2. Dick now, good drive for Wilson. Wilson looks to go long. No, he went short. Then we go outside to the number 5 from the Cook Islands. And they're all swapping shirts. This is fantastic.
Like we touched on before, it's either the brown strapping tape number or the swap jerseys to try and see what fits. But a great option there from Johnny Wilson. Just the 2-step at the line to step back to the open and goes back down the short side. And then just draws in the defenders in a simple draw and pass. And now we're locked up at 3 apiece.
Yep. I don't know sure if you've heard the live stream when I've been on it before, but I'm 100% in favour of as many drop-offs as we can get. I know we can't get one here in this game. I think we're saving those for the semis and the finals like normal. But great to see these gentlemen, after slogging it out for 28 minutes, having a couple more minutes to see who can win. 3-3 though. Trying to pull the Cook Island team up. Oh, he gets through. Oh, that was great work there from the number 1 from Niue. Luke, no surprise, gets through nice and easy. Fortunately, not going to be able to see a replay of this and gets it to the previous try scorer. I think that's our man again, the number 4. He just comes on to score tries and then gets a rest.
Just plays his cards right, just gets through the right hole, running off a great play on Luke Longapati, and Niue extend their lead again, 4 points to 3, and 5 minutes in, like we saw in the first half though, it was a bit of a tale of two halves. Niue start really strong, and then the Cook Islands seem to come back in the last 7 minutes. So who knows what we could see in the last 8 minutes of the second half.
Here's their opportunity right now. They went to go short side. Robbie thought the link defender was offside, but that referee Griffith said he was on. To come back to this left-hand short side, dummies a ball, looks to get through. Nice touch there from Niue once again. Really good defence from this team. Can't underestimate how much attack is in this Cook Island team, but this Niue team are finding no problem. Unfortunate again. Off the mark. Penalty here for Cook Islands. 6. Fresh set for them. Adams now in the mix.
No doubt he's going to look for a bit of a quickie option there, but just doesn't quite get it back to his hands, and not what Brian Adams would have wanted, but a great chance for Niue to just finish the half off really safe. They've looked really stable in defence, and it probably comes to their connection off the field and executing that on the field as well. So as we see David Parris make his way back onto the field, and no doubt he'll work with Luke Longapati to try and add another one to the board.
Yep, when he's on, he scores. See if he can keep up the trend. Good lift there from the 9 from the Cook Islands. Stop that attack. Niue though, a few of the lads down in the box sucking in the big ones.
Yeah, halfway through the day already, but probably not as fit as they used to be when they were playing in the Opens grades. But like we've been touching on, still great to see our Masters players in amongst the kaupapa and giving back to the game they love.
You seen any haka out there in any of the games?
I haven't yet actually. We saw a lot yesterday on day one with a lot of our rangatahi grades wanting to get amongst whether it be the haka or the sipitau or the sivatau, just wanting to make the most of their chance to do it, and haven't quite seen it today yet from any of our older grades. So hopefully as the day goes on we get to see some more, because it'll be great to see our players showcasing their pride in their culture and putting it on show for all our people here.
Luke just strolling down the field. It's like he had spiders on him. No one wanted to touch him. They don't want to stifle the momentum. They want to keep charging down the field. Just trying to create space in this Cook Island defence. Done a great job. Just takes it to the wing. Not a bad place to hand the ball over, although it is on their sub-box side. So we see Cook Island straight into their work, and again, there we are, 2 touches pretty much on the halfway line.
Yeah, like we touched on before, a bit, I guess just the theme of all the Cook Islands teams this weekend, just really quick to get on the ball and transition their way back up the field. And they're only at the halfway mark on touch 2, so great transition from them, but not the era they would have needed if they want to try and either claw this lead back or get a victory in the last 5 minutes.
Hey, uncharacteristic. I don't think there's been many errors from this Cook Island team. They've been pretty safe, pretty accurate with the ball. Again, the Niue team taking a couple of touches to get their subs on. Oh, that's much better there, getting to that 7-metre line. Luke marshalling the troops in the middle of the field. See him pick up off the end of this. Short pass, looks to go long. Oh, extremely close there by the winger for Niue.
Yeah.
Put his body on the line, couldn't quite keep it in both hands.
That was probably the right option there too. There was space out wide. The winger just looked to be in a little bit too tight, and no doubt if the Niuean winger got his hands on the footy, then he might have been able to dot down and extend their lead, but didn't quite go to hand, and no doubt Brian Adams will look to work off the back of this.
Oh, seen his hand go to clutch his hamstring there. I thought he'd done something after he did that step, but no, here he is. Gets up nice and early. Good read there by Luke, though. Seen him coming. Got inside him. How we have a penalty for offside. It's much better play there from Niue, just putting the hammer down, being a little bit more direct and catching the Cook Island team offside.
Yeah, they're just playing really safe touch at the moment as this Niue inside. They're really stable in defence, not over chasing anything, and we've seen in the opportunities on attack, whilst they're not executing and extending their lead, they're still finishing in either of the corners. So it makes it really hard for the Cook Islands to transition back up the field to get a better platform in their green zone. But Niue just doing enough to hold this Cook Islands side out.
Yeah, Cooks can't let them get across here with only around about 3 minutes to go. Niue can get across now, taking a 2-touchdown lead. When their defence has been very, very good in the second half. Fortunately, a bit of lack of comms there. Touch that dummy half, that's all right. Handed the ball down at the right end of the field. Collins now needing to be the next to score. Horizontal with these first touch.
It's exactly the spot where Niue would want to finish their sets as well, and the far corner from Cook Island's sub-box, and making them work all the way across the field to get the fresh troops on and get to a good finish. But into the back end of their set, still 20-odd metres out from the Niue try line.
Really impressed with Cleo Meredith, the ref. We just see blowing the penalty there for not handing the ball back. Just impressed with how she's been controlling that 7-metre line in the teams.
Yeah, one of the troopers of our referee at rōpū is Cleo Meredith. You know, there's a few troopers in our rōpū who just they do all the mahi and never complain about anything. So it's, you know, sometimes you just need those kind of people in the group who never complain about it having to do anything. They just get on with the mahi across the 2 days, and you know, they're just happy to be here.
What? They'll go keep.
Slowing things down. We see him get through. He's been the one scoring the tries. I thought he was going to set one up there. Not sure whether he got touched by Wilson. Maybe just slowing things down. Bit of gameplay, bit of gamesmanship there by the number 4 Paris. I mean, the Cook Islands are dominated in this area in terms of their yards, their transition, getting players on, getting players off, and looking speed here by Adams. Now, that is one thing I did learn that he would do quite often, is come on and earn that penalty for supposed hard toucher in the ruck.
I was just about to touch on that. Probably a cheeky play there from Stinger to earn his team a penalty in a fresh set of 6, and exactly the part of the field where they need to be, but a bit uncharacteristic there from Adams there to throw a bit of a wonky pass. Doesn't quite get to hand, and as we're inside the last minute of our second half here, Niue just need to get their way back up the field and get to a finish and hold this Cook Islands side out.
They might do it here, and that would be a well-deserved victory for this Niue 45 men's team. Oh, is that the game there with less than 30 seconds on the clock?
I think they might just do it there for this Niue side.
You got Luke out there. He will not be in a hurry. He'll be using every second. You only need to have one more than the opposition to win a game, and that's where they currently are. Just ticking in to the last 10 seconds now. Still with 2 or 3 touches. There we hear the siren. If this... Oh, not only do they not let the Cook Islands get the score, but they get one themselves. Great way to finish there from the Niue 45 men's team. 5-3 over the Cook Island team. Great game from Niue. Well deserved, well won. Excellent second half. Great game. See you for our next one.